Hey guys, what's going on guys? Zephyrnix here, and right now I'm actually in my family room right now. This is actually where my family and I go ahead and hang out and watch movies, play video games, and do whatever. Gaming PC, Xbox One, Wii U. This is where we all do it, and yeah, all this the result of one toddler. And while I go ahead and try my best to go ahead and clean up this mess before the wife gets home, I want to go ahead and let you guys know of a new video that came out of another family who's actually enjoying family life so much they decided to go ahead and release a couple of videos on it. So this particular video is called the Oh So J-Funk Dance Craze, where they watch their son dance and go crazy. It's actually very fun to watch, especially if you're a father who loves fatherhood like me, and I love being a dad. It's been one of the biggest blessings in my life. So definitely go ahead and check it out. Look up here for the link right there to go ahead and watch the video in its entirety, or check down here to go ahead and see the instrumental. In fact, if you listen, you'll actually hear the instrumental in this clip. Anyway, hope you have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the video. What's going on guys, Zephyrnix here, and usually I don't deal in rumors and speculations and bull crap like that. However, this one, I gotta say, I was super excited for. Check this out right here. So it says, Diddy Kong Racing 2 rumor pops up online. And it's a very interesting rumor here. And let's go ahead and read over this too. It kind of said a couple of things too. It's very interesting. So the internet is no stranger to rumors, and the latest one involves Diddy Kong Racing. The rumor states that both Retro Studios and Monster Games are currently working on Diddy Kong Racing 2, which you guys already know. Retro Studios actually already did work on a recent Donkey Kong game called Tropical Freeze. So technically looks like they would have to they already have been working with Diddy already. So, I mean, it does kind of add up. Let's keep on going. It says right here, Nintendo was apparently set to show it at E3, but decided against it as they didn't want to damage the sales of Mario Kart 8. Technically, that does sound like something that Nintendo would do, and that's a very smart move. It's also a move that Sony used previously, and a move that Microsoft used. I forget the games that Sony used on it, but I do know that Microsoft did this with Gears of War and Halo. So I think that was a very smart move, actually. I've always been a fan of this kind of tactic here. As the Reddit thread has pointed out, the information comes from a blog created yesterday that is still using a WordPress.com domain. Take this with a grain of salt. So, okay. As a person who uses WordPress a lot, I gotta say, nah, but let's go over. I mean, what happens if this was real? Let's look at it that way. So it says right here, some points right here. Retro Studios and Monster Games have been collaborating on Diddy Kong Racing 2. Okay. This is why Monster Games ported Diddy Kong Country Returns 3D and was working with Retro Studios on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Sorry, I was about to tell you what I was about to say. Yeah, actually, that does sound legit. Diddy Kong Racing 2 began actually, if you remember what, now that I think about it, if you remember what Retro Studios said, Retro Studios has stated that they were working on something that all gamers have been asking for. Remember that? And we were kind of confused because we was like, Donkey Kong Country? But all gamers have been asking for Diddy Kong Racing 2. Remember that. Okay, so let's moving on right here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Diddy Kong Racing 2 began as a prototype in 2006, and animal transformation vehicle idea in Excitebots in 2009. And that came from the Diddy Kong Racing 2 prototype. The animal vehicle came from the idea of riding animal buddies in the Donkey Kong Country series. Okay, so I'm still hoping that it's going to be actually vehicles that we're riding here. But so far, I mean, that third one rather was like meh. But the first two were definitely pretty on point. The Wii Diddy Kong Racing was canceled due to Donkey Kong Barrel Blast low sales. It did have low sales. It was also canceled because Diddy Kong Racing DS didn't sell well as the original N64 game. Okay, but if that's the case, then why are they trying to sell it again? That kind of contradicts with almost this whole entire thing. But anyway, Nintendo is Nintendo, so technically it couldn't mean crap. So let's keep on going. Let's see here. Nintendo asked Monster Games to work on Pilot Wings because they were impressed with the flight airplane mechanics in Monster's Diddy Kong Racing prototype. Oh, sorry, Donkey Kong Racing prototype. Donkey Kong Country Racing prototype, excuse me. Diddy Kong Racing was well known for letting players ride carts, hovercrafts, and airplanes, which, be perfectly honest with you, is pretty much, I wonder how well this is really going to sell now, because remember, Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Transformed has taken, remember this? No, I'm sorry. Anyway, I mean, it's kind of have taken the whole Diddy Kong Racing thing, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just thinking about that too. I got a whole bunch of thoughts in my head as I'm actually reading this here. It says Diddy Kong Racing 2 started development for, again, this time on the Wii U, due to the amazing sales of Donkey Kong Country Returns and Mario Kart Wii. Well, they both actually did have decent sales, so okay, that does respond to the other question I had before. It says, Kensuke Tanabe, props to Yu Yu Hakusho, because I would have never been able to say K. I would be like, Suki. So, Kensuke Tabagi, you know, like Yusuke. No, okay. The producer of Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze pitched the idea of Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western. Okay, that makes sense. That's like Dylan. To be one of the racers in the game. Tanabe was the producer of Dylan's Rolling Western, and he liked the idea of having a roster of less known Nintendo characters. Okay, fair enough. Tanabe thought that the concept of lesser known Nintendo characters fighting to be Nintendo's big star, I'm assuming next big star, could prove to be an interesting for Diddy Kong Racing. Yes, actually, I kind of do agree with that. Imagine, that sounds like he's saying to me that basically he's taking all these characters, like imagine like Nintendo kind of like B characters or even C characters, and they're all racing in this game, trying to become the next big star, the next big thing, and of course, that being said, Diddy is pretty much above them all. Couldn't imagine who you can possibly put in there. But if Mario Kart 8, I guess, is dedicated to the Mario universe, which technically Donkey Kong is part of the Mario universe, then I guess Diddy Kong Racing would be the entire Nintendo franchise kind of racer thing going on here. So I mean, I'm good with that. Oh, I did not read this last part. Could prove to be an interesting for Diddy Kong Racing. Characters such as Malo, or Pushmo. I know what you know as Malo. I believe Malo's from Mario RPG, and Rusty from Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, which had nothing to do with being real or dealer, whatever. Were also added as the racers to fill out the roster. Not bad. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Malo again, to be honest with you. Nintendo purposely held off on showing Diddy Kong Racing 2 at E3 this year to avoid sabotaging the excitement of Mario Kart 8. It sounds like Diddy Kong Racing 2 will be revealed sometime in 2015. That I can honestly say most likely. Now, if it's going to be with the Wii U or the 3DS, is the big question here. Diddy Kong was taken out of Mario Kart 7 and 8 because Diddy Kong Racing 2. Because of Diddy Kong Racing 2. Diddy Kong had appeared in Double Dash and Mario Kart Wii. That is true. Now that I think about it, that is true. Interesting. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we could be seeing a very interesting situation here? We could actually see this game come to fruition. Some of the things that he's saying is like meh, but then there's a lot of parts in here that's actually a pretty good point. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Diddy Kong Racing 2, huh? Gotta say, I will definitely pick that up. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.
Ya